Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, Triple E detected in New Hampshire mosquitoes for the first time this year. No human cases reported in the state. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9, Mike Cronin.
It was detected in both of those towns, but
the 2018 Nissan Rogue Sport, now with available Nissan intelligent mobility technologies, like automatic emergency braking. Now on the Nissan Rogue family. Now's the time to save with exclusive offers like this.
it is not clear if either of them plan to do any spraying there. The state says that this isn't unexpected, but it is a reminder that people need to take precautions against mosquitoes, like using insect repellent and wearing long sleeves. Like the West Nile virus, Triple E can cause flu-like symptoms, but as of right now, there have been no cases of either disease in humans in New Hampshire this year. So far in 2018, 29 batches have tested positive for West Nile.
We have seen quite a bit of West Nile virus activity, and there are, of course, human illnesses in our neighboring states. So we just want to remind people to make sure that they're taking precautions against mosquito bites.
And the state says that it's going to take 2 hard frosts to kill off the mosquitoes and eliminate the threat. Reporting live in the newsroom, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. State health officials issue public alert about hepatitis A outbreak. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
It's Nissan's Take Home a Titan Truck Month. Get big savings on every Titan with best-in-class standard horsepower and torque. All backed by America's best truck warranty. Now's the time to save with exclusive offers like this.
You're right. Since April, 65 people have been diagnosed, but here's why officials are so concerned. Of those 65, 20 were diagnosed the first 2 weeks of September.
Hepatitis A obviously is one of several different types of hepatitis or infections that affect the liver. And it causes an inflammation or swelling of the liver and impairs the functioning of the liver.
Dr. Jennifer Leaf Yeager is the Director of Population Health at the Boston Public Health Commission. She says of the 65 confirmed cases of hepatitis A that have been diagnosed here in Massachusetts, 30 of those were acquired in Boston or are Boston residents.
Basically, if you don't wash your hands well after you're toileting, you can have small amounts of fecal matter, microscopic, that would contaminate those things that you touch.
Hepatitis A symptoms include fever, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, and jaundice.
And what we're seeing it is associated with our homeless population, predominantly our unsheltered homeless, and persons who inject drugs.
Now anyone can get it. The best way to prevent it, the vaccination, and or washing your hands thoroughly for 20 seconds with warm water. In Cambridge, Duke Castiglione, WCVB, News Center 5.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Maine D.C. protest urge Susan Collins to oppose Kavanaugh. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
In Introducing the Saco and Biddeford Savings Community Debit Card Program. Every time you swipe SBS.
Joe, yeah, there's some demonstrators here, probably about 24 folks, mostly women, and we're told that this group includes some survivors of sexual assault. They're here to protest and get the message to Senator Collins that they think Judge Kavanaugh should be a no vote in her perspective. There was also some protests in D.C. today. Let's show you some video of that. This is the scene outside of Senator Collins' office in Washington. She is down there right now. She is not here in Portland. A pretty big crowd outside of her office in the nation's capital. We're also told there were reports of some arrests down there, so certainly these groups are trying hard to lobby the senator. Of course, there was the initial accusation from the California woman, Dr. Christine Blasey Ford, about alleged sexual assault that happened when Kavanaugh was in high school. And of course, over the weekend, developments to this story. Another woman, a second woman, came forward and made allegations of sexual assault dating back to the time the two of them were in college together at Yale. So a new turn to this story. Senator Collins has said she wants to hear from Dr. Ford. We have not heard from Senator Collins since the second accuser has come forward over the weekend. We're going to be here and follow this group as they go upstairs across the street to the senator's office. We'll have the full story coming up tonight first at 4. For now, live in Portland, Paul Merrill, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Monday evening. And here's a look at that U.S. stock market for all of you. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the red and went down. Your Nasdaq closed in the green and went up. S&P 500 closed in the red and went down. CNBC IQ 100 closed in the red and went down. Gold closed in the green and went up. Oil closed in the green and went up. US 10-year closed in the green and went up. Euro/USD closed in the green and went up. And VIX closed in the green and went up. Dow drops more than 150 points on fears Deputy AG Rosenstein is leaving. Stocks fell Monday on worries of more political turmoil out of the White House ahead of curriculum midterm elections, where the Republican Party is trying to hold on both houses of Congress. Equities were also under pressure by the cancellation of the U.S.-China trade talks. Fear will not hold me back from testifying to panel Kavanaugh accuser. Ahead of her anticipated appearance before the Senate Judicial Committee on Thursday, Christina Ford is telling lawmakers that fear will not hold me back from testifying against Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. And that is it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night, everyone. Bye.